Kind of like before I was a writer, I thought everyone could write.
Not everyone can write, though.
I think some people write more beautifully than others.
What's the key to writing beautifully?
Writing all the time. Writing. It's just
Practice.
like anything else. Practice.
Become an expert writer.
But, write a lot and then get a lot of great feedback from people who know how to help you become a better writer. I learn something every time I write something.
Yeah, you help people overcome writer's block, yeah? Because you've got a book on it.
I do, yes.
How do you do that? How do you overcome writer's block?
Engineer circumstances. Figure out where you are when the words come, how you are. What are the boxes that
Again,
you have
that's
to check?
self-awareness, isn't it?
It's a lot of self-awareness, yeah.
But you engineer it and calculate it. I mean, as soon as you said that, very powerful again. Create circumstances, create situations to allow yourself to be successful. Like you were saying earlier on, create situations to allow yourself to feel good.
Yes. So now rules can go too far because some people will say, in order to be happy, I have to be 9% body fat, have $10 million in the bank, et cetera, et cetera. So the rule can go too far. So make it easy. It's like 20% body fat or 25%, whatever's healthy, right? Whatever the range is. Like, have $5 in your pocket. Like, make it easier to feel good. Make it easy for whatever your habit is. And so we're talking about writing, so I'll just use writing as an example. I start everything with a belief, and my belief is when I sit down to write, the words flow from my fingertips as if by magic. That's my belief. So I could write here. If you said, Honoree, I'm going to go do something, and I had an article that was due or something, or a chapter or anything, as long as I had something to write on or with, I could write it. I don't need to be facing east at sunset on a Tuesday for the words to come.
Because you've set your program, your beliefs around that, creating situations to make it easy to feel that you...
Easy to feel good and have a belief that empowers me to do it.
To be productive in the moment.
Yes. So some people will say I can only do X in these circumstances. I think that's very dangerous because those perfect circumstances may not always exist. I really like writing for an hour every morning at my desk with a candle lit, with a coffee in one cup and tea in another cup and a bottle of water, and it's warm.
Yeah, for coffee in your left hand.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I brew a pot of each.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were joking with that.
No.
You have a cup of coffee and a cup of tea
I
at the
do.
same
I brew a pot of each.
Well, you take one sip here and one sip here?
Yep.
Because
I can.
Because you can.
Because I can. But if I don't have those things, I don't then say, I can't write today because I don't have my coffee and I don't have my tea and I don't have my water and I don't have my cat.
Your brilliance is shining now on living a happy life that's self-empowered. That's what's coming out here. Because I can. Yeah. I can have both of these.
Or I can't have both, or I don't have both of them. You understand what I'm saying? Is it's like I have them because I can have them, but when I can't have them,
it's still
or
all right.
I don't have them, I'm okay.
Because we've got a glass of water, we've got a paper cup.
Yeah, I have coffee in here. I have some water. Everything is great. Make it easy. Just make it easy.
That's the way.
This is the one thing.
This is the way you view. So, this is the way you view the world, Honoree.
It is the way I view the world. Yes, because it's easier this way. It's easier to be happy.
You've shared with us some strategies that have led you to this point of the way that you're viewing the world, where it's constantly building you up rather than tearing you down.
Yes.
It's much easier to find situations where you can be productive and disciplined because of some of the things that you've said. Yes.
And then there are days I don't feel like it, and I don't do anything because my batteries need recharged.
So then do you watch Netflix?
I do. Yes. I watch ridiculous things that are fun.
About 10 minutes ago, you mentioned something about internal and external validation. I
Yes.
hadn't forgot about that because
All right.
we've gone on another topic. But
Yeah.
so someone that's habitually seeking external validation,
Mm-hmm.
if you and they want to move away from that, but
Yeah.
they've been doing that for a long time.
Sure.
What advice would you give them in terms of beginning to start making the transition over?
Well, the first thing I would do is give them a hug, because where they are in their head is a really tough place, right? To always need validation outside of yourself.
So just hold on for a second, because
Yeah.
if that's the people that are listening right now,
Yeah.
they're thinking, oh my God, that is so right. You know, in some ways I'm thinking that, you know. I'm thinking, so, all right, so give them a hug.
Yeah, give them a hug. And
That's-
yeah, and it's okay. So in my mind, I live in the world of effective or ineffective. Is something effective or ineffective? So not is it good, bad, right, or wrong, because it's really hard. It's, is it effective or ineffective? And if you think that getting validation from others is ineffective for you, therefore you want to change it, right? Because you made a very good comment there, which is, and they don't want to do that anymore. They want to move away from that. What do? I think the first thing you have to do is start validating yourself. So just as in Arete by Brian Johnson, do you know this book? Arete?
No.
By Brian Johnson. He's a pretty cool guy. I follow him. I've been reading his book. It's 1,000 pages. It's very good. And in there, he talks about writing down 5 things every day. Or, I'm sorry, 5 things that you're grateful for once a week for 12 weeks, and it increases your happiness by 25%.
Is that research based or?
It is research based. He named some doctor, and he's the
Right.
doctor of studying
So just once
gratitude.
a week, 5 things,
Mhm.
once a week for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's 12 events,
Yeah.
And it
60
takes-
things. 60 things that you're grateful for.
and there could be repeating things.
It could be. I'm always happy for my dog. I have 2 dogs. I'm always grateful for them.
We do it at the dinner table, you know, with kids. I've got twins that are 8-year-old, Emily and
Oh.
Elliot, and Olivia. She's 6, so we got 3 kids, and me and my wife Kerry. We do it at the dinner table. It's like what we're grateful for today. So it's a bit of time as a family.
I love it. So I would write down, if I were someone who wanted to move away from external validation, I would start to look for how can I validate myself? How can I be proud of myself today? Or what can I observe about myself that I know is good? It's not up for debate. I know that I'm good at this. It doesn't matter how small it is. It's the thing that you know that you're good at, and you know that you know that you know, and it's and no
Deep
one
down
could-
inside, you always know. But
Yeah.
sometimes, even from an external perspective, do some people say, "Well, no, I wasn't good"? But is that externalizing the validation again? So
I think it is. It
because
can be.
Deep down
It can
inside,
be.
You always know.
It can be. Deep down inside, you know that you're good at something,
You
and it
do.
could be the same. It could be the same
So
thing.
start giving yourself some credit.
Correct.
Right now.
Yes.
And be honest.
And be
go
honest.
inside, because you know you've done something a little bit well.
Yes, probably many more things than you think about. And I'll give it some insight into this. You know that there is the 4 levels of when you know you can do something. 4 levels of
Conscious competence.
Yes. Yes.
Unconscious incompetence.
So where are you unconsciously competent? What is it that you do?
Right.
And you don't even have to think about it. What's something that you do really well? So can you cook, or can you do laundry, or can you, right?
And everyone's got.
And everybody's got probably 100 things that they do that they're good at, and they know they're good at. So write those down and just acknowledge yourself for the fact that you do it. You're great at it, and check the box. Do a hair flip. Write yourself a note. Right? Just have a moment of recognition that you're acknowledging yourself for that, and you don't have to ask someone, bake the cookie, eat the cookie, and go, yeah, the cookie was great. You don't have to share it with someone.
Honoree Corder has sold almost 5 million books. And what does she do? She helps people write books. One of those you might know about is called Hal Elrod. He wrote the book The Miracle Morning. If you ever want to get good at a morning routine, that's the book that you read. Anyway, what did we cover in this interview? Well, it was a deep dive into self-development, self-discovery, so that you can become a person of total capability. What are you giving your energy to? Be very careful on that. What rules are you creating so that you can become disciplined, focused, feel successful? And how do you keep your relationships flourishing? Let's do this.